Let's go. Our lesson today, guys, we're going to focus on the homework that was given out in week 1. And that learning target, how to solve for x and determine the slope when using a graphing calculator. All right, as always, let me grab my best friend, the magic pen, and let us consider the first problem. In this first problem, we're asked to solve for p. And traditionally, what I would tell you to do is use the boxes and circle methods, where all my boxes are going to, all my boxes are going to represent my variables, where all my circles are going to represent my my consonants or my numbers. But we're doing something that is more useful in my mind. We're going to use the graphing calculator. So what you'll find me asking you to do is to set the left side equal to y1 and the right side equal to y2, so that what we'll have is the following in our calculator. Okay, so if I set y 1 equal to negative 3.5 plus 2x. Notice, no matter what the variable is, I'm going to exchange, in my graphing calculator, that is, I'm going to exchange everything for the x value, even though it's p. In my right side, I am going to, okay, I'm going to set that equal to y 11 minus 5. So that's what we have here. Okay, now what do I do next? You guys may remember this well. I am going to get my calculator up here, and I am simply going to hit second, trace 5, and whatever values that are in the calculator, I'm going to hit enter 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I know that these coordinates, this coordinate right here, represents the value of x when these two lines intersect. So when these two lines intersect, that means that p has to equal 7.5 in order for that number multiplied by 2, subtracting 3.5 to equal 11.5. Okay. All right. What else do I want you guys to take away from this activity? Okay. I think that's it. Let's go on to the next question. In the next question, I ask a very similar problem, where this time I'm having you guys 1, 2, 3 items you're making equal to y1, and one item equal to y2. All right, so by putting this in my calculator again and hitting second, trace, and 5, I will get my two lines to intersect. The intersection point is negative 6.5. So at negative 6.5, both sides of this equation are equal. Okay, so my answer, negative 6.5. All right. Let's take a look at the next question. You're going to read it silently as I read it aloud. And it reads, which function of x has the least value for the y-intercept? So what are we talking about y-intercept here? Well, it's important that we don't misunderstand y-intercept with rate of change, right? Because rate of change is the number in front of the x. Y-intercept, however, is this initial value right here. Okay? And remember, it says the least value. Okay, so what do I know is that, well, uh, negative 3 is smaller than 15, so it can't be 1. We can cross that out. All right, negative 3 is smaller than negative 2. We can cross 2 out. And negative 3 is absolutely smaller than negative or positive 2. So we can cross that out. Okay, so almost without thinking about it, there's the answer. Easy peasy. Let's consider the next question. Okay, and my next question, let's pull this aside. Actually, we're going to shut this down, and we're going to come back and do this in my second installment, simply because, as I said before, I like to keep these videos in bite-sized pieces, preferably under 7 minutes. When I'm really good, under 6 minutes. But here we are. I'm going to ask you to pause the video so that you can internalize the skill, so that as we go out preparing, you can make this a part of your habit. 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes of study a day keeps bad grades away.